me any links
Of
to
course.
it, I can share it with my on my social media.
Yeah, I will send it. I'll like release it tonight at
Okay.
5 p.m. my time.
Okay. I'll be sleeping, I think. Maybe I don't know.
Oh yeah,
What are you, 9 hours difference? I think it's nine
yeah,
hours.
nine
Yeah.
hours. But I don't know, I like it. I'm like, I don't want to like throw the other person under the bus, but yeah, like my first guest wasn't appreciative, should I say, afterwards.
Well, yeah, and you probably meet so many different types of people
Mhm.
as a podcaster, just all the things in your life, right? So, um, but yeah, I'm oh, and I tell stories for a living, so I love to talk and share and all that kind of good stuff. And um, yeah, I'm just happy to be here. So,
Yeah, me too. I'm like, you're so energetic, and I'm just like I'm like on 6 hours of sleep, but
yeah,
I'm
no,
functioning on
and
that. But I'm so like energetic too because it's reciprocated.
yeah, but for me, it's the end of the day for me, but you're starting your day. So I'm at 10:15 at night here, so I've already had dinner and so forth. But
If you could
why
see me, the sun is like out right now, like it's shining.
yeah, and here it's dark. But it's already Sunday for you. I haven't had
You're
Sunday yet, so you're
frozen
already ahead of me
again.
on the
Yeah,
day. But can you hear me and see me now?
yeah.
Okay.
Zoom just asked me for the. Okay, yeah, cool. I saved it. I was like,
It
oh,
would
did I
it
just?
wouldn't it wouldn't be an interview without some technical issues though, right? Especially in an
Yeah,
international one.
yeah. And like the reason why I did this podcast in English is because one, I, I don't know, I am more confident in English, but German too,
Mhm,
but like English more.
mhm.
And also to like I wanted to invite people, you know, like you. And so and also I love like I'm just so passionate about movies. I cannot talk to the movie about movies in German because it's
Mm,
like like it would be a mix of German and English, and some people don't like it, which I don't care.
mm,
Do you? But like,
mm,
and also some people ask me like why I don't cut. I never cut anything out of my podcast
mm,
because I believe that's like that interferes with my authenticity.
mhm. Oh, I think authenticity is so important. I agree with you completely. I must tell you that your English is far better than my German, and I've been studying German for most of my life. But yeah, no, as we talked before, we before the interview, I was sharing with you that my mother's family, great grandmother, was like from Stuttgart area, and so I love German. German's a beautiful language to me, and I wish that there's not a lot of people for me to practice it with because I study it, but I don't have a lot of people to practice it with. So I
Okay.
feel like if you don't use it very much, that you tend to start to forget some of it and so
Yeah,
forth.
but
But
like
I just love it.
even like I was born here and I can speak German, but like some words I still don't like. Even I have to like look up and like what does this mean or phrases,
Mhm.
and but I guess that's the beauty of a language.
Discovery.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Well, I know that's so very, very exciting. So, you wanted to talk about movies.
So, have you seen any movies recently, or um,
I
what
have.
is?
So,
Oh,
I
oh, tell
went
me, tell
to
me.
I went to a sneak preview. It hasn't come out yet. It doesn't come out, I think, well, here in the US it comes out July 7th, but there's a really wild comedy called Joyride,
I
with
watched
four.
it.
Did you
I
like
think
it? I loved it.
I yeah, I
Yeah.
watched it. I watched it like in German as well and in English. And I loved it. It was a lot of fun, but I don't really
Is it
remember
Is it
what
is it
happened.
the new one? Because there was one a couple years ago, but this is brand new and
It said 2023.
with the four Asian actresses in the leading roles. Is that the one you saw?
Um I believe.
So it was really good. So I just saw it. It doesn't come out here for a little bit. It's really like raunchy kind of humor, but I thought it
I
was
love
great
it.
and
I
wonderful.
love that
Yeah,
humor.
it was really, really good. Uh yeah, I've seen and I saw Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret, which is adapted from one of my favorite novels by Judy Blume. Beautiful coming of age story. Kathy Bates is in it and a bunch of really other wonderful people are in it. Rachel McAdams. Yes. Oh gosh, I hope I said her name correctly. Just a beautiful story and really well done. And so often is never as good as the book, but this was one of the few times where I felt the movie was just as good as the book and really captured the book in a beautiful way. So I definitely recommend that. And there's a film that came out late last year called the Empire of Light with
Oh, I
Olivia
love it.
Colman.
It was it
Yeah,
was
it's
um it was
so good.
nominated for a few Oscars.
So and it, rightfully so. Her performance in that was just, I mean,
Yeah.
Olivia Colman, she's
I
brilliant in
had
everything.
like goosebumps. I'm not having goosebumps
Mhm.
like thinking about it.
And then a lot of horror movies have been out lately, like Barbarian. Did you get? I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Um, X and
I
Smile and
love
Pearl
X. I love X.
and yeah, all kinds of really,
Pearl as
really.
well. But
It's
I kind of like Pearl more
I did too. I did too.
because I maybe because X was like maybe because of the um what's called what they did to Mia Goth with the old
hmm
lady. Maybe because like visually, but I liked
hmm
Pearl more, even though it was kind of disturbing. But
hmm
I'm
And
also
there
very
was a
excited for Maxine.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. There was a that it was almost a year ago now, but there was a great vampire, like gothic vampire movie that came out called The Invitation, which didn't get as much attention as I thought it would and should, but
Yeah,
that was really good too.
yeah, and like
The
I love
Menu. Did you see
Natalia
The
Emanuel.
Menu?
Oh my God, yes. I
Yeah,
watched
that
it
was really
twice and
good.
I'm still like, what the fuck? Like
Yeah,
I will never ever see like s'mores before than I did before the
I
menu.
know. It's so true.
It
It's
ruined
so true.
s'mores for me.
Yeah, no, I know. And then of course, the new version of Scream is out.
Yeah,
Um,
with Jenna.
yes. And then I have not watched Evil Dead Rise yet, but I'm hearing good things about it.
I
So,
haven't either, but my sister has and my friend has have,
mhm.
and she's like, it's so boring. She
Oh,
said it's
really? Oh
boring.
no.
It's
Oh
boring.
no. I have to
And
definitely
she
check.
also said that it was like it was not worth the money and it was just
Um,
jump scare here or jump scare there. It's just kind of
but not.
boring and really
That's
like dark,
surprising. Yeah.
dark and bloody, but she was like okay with the
That's
bloodiness,
scary.
but she said it was dark, like you couldn't really identify much, like because of the
That's too
darkness.
bad. It's too bad.
And my other friend, he also has a podcast. He does in
Mhm.
German and he loves his podcast is about Lord of the Rings. And so he said that he it was also like very boring.
Mm, that's good to know. Very, very good to know. But yeah, it's a good time for horror movies for sure. I mean, horror is having a really beautiful renaissance right now. It does every few years, and I think some of the horror movies right now are just so clever because we're really seeing originality. We're not seeing the same old like we have
Mm-hmm.
for a while. We get stuck in that franchise kind of place for a
Yeah.
minute, cycle for a minute. But I love that there's new filmmakers and there's new voices and there's new actors that are coming out in horror now. And horror used to be such a shunned kind of genre of cinema, but
Mm-hmm.
it's making money for a lot of people, and
Yeah.
not only that, but it's starting to win awards. It's starting all the things that we knew that it could do. It's being allowed to do in a really cool way. So it's such an exciting time to do it. I mean, and I've been very fortunate too that I've been able to produce a lot of horror movies lately. A film that I produced called Wolf Hollow, or I as a executive producer. Um, it's a really good werewolf movie, which comes out in August, and it just got really
Where?
nice distribution. It's called Wolf Hollow, and it'll be out in August. I don't know the exact date in August, but I'll find out and email it to you. But
Okay.
it's a really fun werewolf
Like
movie. So
I watch horror movies if there
Mhm.
are no ghosts, because I'm kind of like burned.
Really? Oh, because you don't,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I do love a good
and
ghost.
yeah, that's basically like ghosts. No, I'm not
Mhm.
doing it. But I'm watching. I like Scream and X. I
Mhm.
love X. But I
Yeah.
like Pearl. Like I said, Pearl was better, and I'm so excited
Mhm.
for Maxine. I'm so excited. Like
Mhm.
I didn't watch Smile, but my sister did, and she was like,
Mhm.
um, it was kind of creepy, but it was like some deaths were weird, like not unnecessary to be honest.
Yeah.
And I cannot watch Smile because I'm kind of like I'm a very paranoid person. So
Mhm.
and I would be like affected by it by a week, like by the smiles. And but nevertheless, I still like horror movies. Like it's like I said, it's very paradox. I say I don't like horror
Mhm.
movies, but I do. So,
No,
and
I do
what's
too. And
the
it's
story about Wolf? Your movie? What's the story?
it well, it takes place in a small town, and
Hmm.
it's got a little bit of like mythology and lore to it, and it's by a wonderful filmmaker named Mark Cantu, and he brought together a really great cast. Felissa Rose is in it from Sleepaway Camp, who's like this big horror movie icon. Amazing, wonderful woman, by the way. I had a great chance to meet her last November at a movie screening, and
Oh,
worked on
that's
a
so
couple of
cool.
films now. Yeah, she's good people. Um, and yeah, and I've been writing movies myself a lot lately too. And selling a lot of my scripts, which is great. I've now sold 8 screenplays, which has been a lot of
Mhm.
fun. So um a short film of mine was uh made in the Netherlands. So I wrote it in English because I don't speak Dutch, but a Dutch filmmaker found my script at a film festival that I was at in Amsterdam. I won an award there for the script, but the movie hadn't been made yet, and he bought the rights to the script, and then he adapted it into Dutch, and it did well, and it won some awards at film festivals around the world, and it was really exciting to see my work cinematically turn into a different language, but the story was still there. It was just told in a different language than mine, and what an incredible collaboration to be able to work with a filmmaker from the other side of the world in a different language. And so that's what I love about movies and storytelling, just the people that it brings together. But I've been really, really excited about all those projects I've been writing, and I have a couple of films right now that are in production, so they'll be out later this
Oh, that's
year.
exciting.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. And one of my stage plays we just adapted for television. So we just finished writing the stage or the pilot script for the first episode of the show. So lots of good stuff. And I'm almost finished right now. I'm writing a horror novel called Dummy, which is about 2 female serial killers. One is 82 and the other one's 19. And these two women
What?
realize they have a connection. And they're both serial killers living in a small town together in the desert. So I'm really excited about that. I'm sending that to my publisher on Monday, actually. So
Oh,
that
cool.
will that'll be out, I believe, later this year, which I'm really excited about. So it's really spooky. Like there was a couple of times when I was writing it when I scared myself. So I was like, well, if I'm scaring myself, then maybe it'll scare the readers. So I'm very excited about that, and I will see if that gets adapted into film as well too. But all really, really fun stuff. But it's a really good time for me as a producer and a writer, and all the stuff that I get to do, and to get to meet people like you in a really cool way. So
That's
writing has
so
brought me
cool.
so many cool experiences. I can't even begin to tell you. I've traveled the world because of writing. I've met people from all over and just got to have such great experiences because of it. But I've been doing it for 35 years. So it's
Oh, okay.
been a
That's a
long
lot. So
time.
you're like a veteran then.
Yeah. That's how it feels. Like I have my battle scars, if you know.
Um, so you mentioned like comedy series. Have you watched or are you watching the other two?
No, but with Molly Shannon.
Yeah, like the ex
Yeah.
SNL humans.
Yeah. No, I
It's
haven't
so
seen
good.
it.
It's
I've heard
so
it's really good.
good.
Yeah, I really want to see
Like
it, but I haven't watched it yet.
it's so funny because as a Justin Bieber fan, I can
Mhm.
see the similarities. And now
Mm.
currently this third season, they're like talking about how he met Selena and how he met
Mhm.
Hailey, and they're also like discussing about Hillsong.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I've heard really good things, but I love Molly Shannon, so anything she does, I show up for. But um, yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I need to. I'm adding that to my list,
that
my
and
long
Succession.
list, my to
You
be.
have to you have to add that and
Yes,
Succession.
yeah, I will definitely watch them both.
And then you have to tell me if you liked it or who your favorite characters are. Because I know
Oh,
like you I can see that you like Mr. Culkin, I would say.
uh-huh. I'll yeah, as soon as I watch it, I'll send you an email and let you know who my favorite characters are. I'm excited to watch it. I love like these conversations where I learn new
You're
like
frozen. Oh,
recommendations,
okay.
which are great because that's how I
Mm-hmm.
find all my great stuff is what other people tell me to watch and so forth. That's how I find the things I love the most are the things that
I
people
also
recommend to me.
I
So
also have started watching The Crowded Room on top
the
of
what
Apple
is it
TV
called?
Plus. The Crowded Room
Oh, I
with
don't
Tom
know the crowd.
Holland. With Tom Holland.
No. Oh, yes, yes, I've heard of it. I heard that was a
It's
tough filming experience for him, but
yeah, especially the last episode, like the one which was released on Friday. Like I
Mhm.
had to watch Rick and Morty 5 times after that.
Afterwards, oh, that
It
intense,
was
huh?
oh
I
my
haven't
god, like
watched it yet.
I don't want to trigger anybody, but it has to do with trigger warning essay.
Mhm. Did you have because you mentioned Apple TV, have you watched Dickinson?
Yes, I
Yeah,
love
I
Haley
love that
Steinfeld,
show. So good.
and
And
like
the music on that show is beautiful,
yeah,
fantastic
but it got canceled.
I know three seasons, but I know all the good ones get canceled. It's true. So
But yeah, she was like Haley was amazing in that, and also
I love
like
Haley Steinfeld.
rapper Wiz Khalifa, he was also good. He
Mhm.
played the dad. I was like,
Mhm.
Wiz can act. I was very
I
surprised,
know. It's really
but
good.
he was so
I love her
good.
mother. I love her mother on that show. Jane Krakowski. She's so funny. She could read the phone book and I'll laugh. She's so hilarious. She's so talented.
I think I'm like that with what's her name, Amy Schumer.
Oh, I love Amy Schumer. Yeah, she's so funny. I love how unfiltered that she is.
Yeah, I
She's
watched the emergency contract thing
hmm
special on Netflix. I
Oh
was
yeah, how is that? I
crying.
haven't was it funny?
It's so funny. Like it's
Okay.
so funny, but short, but funny, but uh oh my god. And like
That's so
speaking of specials, have you seen? Do you like Samuel L. Jackson?
I do. I love his
And
work.
he has this new series called Secret Invasion on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it, but
Oh
yes.
my god, you have to watch it.
Yeah,
It's Samuel L. Jackson at his best.
really.
It's
Okay.
so funny. Like there's this one joke with Louis the 14th
Mm,
and chairs.
that sounds good already. I like yeah, he's I love him a lot. He's done a lot of great stuff. He was in one of my favorite films from way back, The Long Kiss Goodnight with Gina Davis, which is a one of the best action films ever. And he's in that with her, and he's just so good in that too.
I think
And
my
of course,
favorite one is hmm, it was good in Kingsman, but I think my favorite one is oh yeah, the protege I think it's called from
Protege.
20 yeah from
Yeah,
2021 or 2 something like that. Like everything after 2020 is a blur to me.
because of the pandemic. I know.
Yeah,
Like before the pandemic,
and
during
after
the
the
pandemic,
pandemic.
right, I know it's so crazy how our lives are so like fragmented because of the pandemic and our history, like our timeline is
Hmm.
so crazy because of it. Very true.
And so what genres are you also watching besides horror and
Um,
superheroes and comedy?
right. Uh, I love a good mystery. I do love a good mystery. I like thrillers a lot. I am a sucker for
Mm.
romance. I gotta tell you, I do. I love a good love story.
Have you
Um,
seen 3,000 Years of Longing?
oh, 3,000 years of
That
love.
was Idris Elba and Tilda
Yes.
Swinton.
Yeah, I was
Swinton?
Tilda Swinton's in it, who I love Tilda Swinton, but um I saw a trailer for it, but I've not actually seen it. But it looked really good. Was it good?
No, it
No? Oh
wasn't.
no.
It
Oh
wasn't good.
no, that's
And
suck.
I wanted to be good like so badly, but
Oh
mainly
no.
because of the CGI, but also like the story
Oh,
was kind of flat.
that's too bad.
Yeah,
That's
it
too
was
bad.
very
She's a good
disappointing.
actress. She's a great actress.
Yeah, but yeah, it doesn't like that's you can be a great actress or actor, but if the screenplay isn't good, you know.
It all goes back to the story. It all starts and ends with the story. You have to have a good story. It's so true. Yeah. I always think of a
Anyways,
screenplay as like a architectural blueprint. So like as a
oh,
writer, you're
okay.
putting together a blueprint that you
Mm-hmm.
give to a director and a producer and say, here's everything you need to make this movie or make to turn this, put this on a screen. But it's really, what they do with it, with their vision that they bring to it, because the writer's not in, really part of the movie once the script is done. So it's so interesting to see the finished product sometimes.
Yeah, and so we're in July soon. Are you planning on watching Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer. No, what is that? Tell me more.
That's the story by Mr. Christopher Nolan.
Oh,
Um,
oh, yes. Okay, sorry. Yes. I was slow there. Yes, but when that comes out soon, doesn't it?
yeah, July 21st. Also, the same day as Barbie.
Barbie. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna see Barbie, quite honestly, but I will definitely see Oppenheimer. It's got really good like the audiences that have seen the previews of it have been really like it said it's really intense. So I'm excited to see Oppenheimer. Yeah. And it's such it's a true story. And so it's so interesting to see
And
like I
also
love
like
biopics.
me too, but also it will like this. It was filmed without CGI. I'm kind of like curious how like
Yeah, yeah,
how he did
right. I
it.
know. Yeah,
And
how do they
so,
pull off?
what are your favorite biopics?
Oh, so many. Well, I mean, I loved recently Tina Turner passed away,
Mm-hmm.
and the biopic that they made of her years ago with Angela Bassett, What's Love Got to Do with It? Extraordinary biopic. But I will tell you what I really enjoyed watching, which is a biopic. It's on Hulu. I know maybe Showtime, but I watch it on Hulu. George and Tammy, about George Jones and Tammy Wynette, who were both very famous country singers in America. Um, Jessica Chastain plays
Oh.
Tammy Wynette, and it's a really good. And I don't know if a lot of people watched it, but it's a really powerful. It's a TV series, limited
Mm-hmm.
series, so they only made 6 or 7 episodes, I think. But that was really good. I love, love, love. I'm a big Jessica Lange fan. I love Jessica Lange. A lot of people know her from American Horror Story, but I know her from all of her great movies that she made. And she played Patsy Cline in a movie called Sweet Dreams. I really enjoyed Jennifer Hudson in Respect, the movie about Aretha Franklin.
Yes, me too.
Um,
I was like, when is he going to say respect? I was
yeah,
like,
she was so good on that. So, so good. But there's been so many lately. I've been watching a lot of documentaries. I just watched a documentary on HBO. Was it H? I think it was HBO.
it's
About
very
Donna
confusing.
Summer. Yeah, I know it is. But what did I see this on? About Donna Summer, who was one of my favorite singers when I was really little. Um, and it was a sad one, a lot. I just watched the documentary about Sinead O'Connor, the singer. Um, all really great stuff. But biopics I love because um, a, a good biopic sort of shows you the human side of somebody who was very successful and famous. And that's the part I like is finding out where they came from and what their journey was like. And so, yeah, I tend to like
I
a lot
would
of biopics about musicians.
um I would recommend you one. I don't know if you like. are familiar with it, but it's called Taurus. It's by my favorite musician, Machine Gun Kelly.
Tourist. Let me see if I.
Not Taurus, like the star sign, Taurus.
Oh, Taurus. Okay, I'm so sorry. Taurus movie. I'm like adding it to my list right now. Oh, I just found it. Okay, 2022.
Yeah, it's so like as a
Oh,
fan,
Megan Fox and Machine Gun
yeah,
Kelly.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. I just read the synopsis on IMDb. Yeah, that definitely looks like my kind of film for
yeah,
sure.
and because like I might sound biased because I'm a Machine Gun Kelly fan, but if you have like if you I don't know if you have never heard of him, I guess this is a good movie to
Mm-hmm.
not fall
It
in
looks
love
really
with
good.
him, but like to be more curious about him. So
It
I'm
looks
like
really interesting.
I'm kind of excited because I will be seeing him next week, like this Tuesday actually, for the first time, and I've been a
Hmm.
fan of him for 11 years, and I'm kind of
Wow.
excited.
Oh, you must
Yeah,
be so excited to go. Do you have any
I'm
other
like freaking out.
do you have any other favorite bands?
Yeah, I have. I love obviously Miley. Then
Mhm.
what's her name? Like I like Fall Out Boy, Linkin Park, um uh what's it called? Oh yeah, Bad Omens.
Mhm.
And I don't know, I'm like Doja Cat, I would say
Mhm.
Ariana, like basically like pop and rock and rap and but mostly rap, I would say.
Mhm.
Do you and Britney of course, but like that's a standard.
My favorite band is called Metric. I don't know if you've heard of Metric. They're from Canada. Really
No.
fun synth pop kind of new wave rock band, I guess is what I would call it.
Ooh.
But love them. I've seen them many times. I just saw them a couple weeks ago, which was really fun. With
Yeah,
Garbage. Do you know Garbage? And
no, I don't.
you're a lot younger than me, so I'm giving you bands that you probably have never heard of. But
I do know ABBA.
yeah, yeah, me too. From when I was really little, but yeah, I remember listening to ABBA on the radio. That's
Oh,
old.
yeah, I, but no, yes, maybe, yeah. My mom liked ABBA and we listened to it. And so I know when I say like ABBA, they're like, how old are you? How old are you again?
And
They
I do
cannot.
have to tell you, I do have to tell you that one of my favorite singers ever is Nana,
Mhm.
which I'm sure you probably don't want to hear because
Oh, okay.
I know it's like love balloons, but
Yeah.
one of my favorites from growing up. That was when I was really young. That song was very popular, and it made me want to learn German. Uh, and that's why I ended up in German class was because of that song. Because I was like, I want to know what the lyrics are. So
Oh,
yeah,
cool. I was the same with Justin Bieber and Avril Lavigne, and then MGK came into the mix. And so
I like
I
Avril
was
Lavigne.
I was the same with them, and now like this is the reason why I'm like this well in English.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Do you like any German singers at all?
Yeah, I like what's her name? Oh yeah, like Lena Meyer Landrut, or
Mhm.
like a lot of like rap, like Raf Kamara and stuff, people like that. I
Do you
don't
know
listen to, huh?
Vincent Weiss? Vincent Weiss, he sings
Yeah,
Feuerwerk. I like his
on like
music a lot.
and on High League as
Mhm.
well. Yeah,
There's
that.
some really good German music out right now. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
some really good singers and just really cool stuff. So yeah, it's hard to get all of that here. You can't buy a lot of the songs here, but you can listen to
Yeah.
them on YouTube. But a lot of it's not available like on Apple in the US, and so you have to listen to it on YouTube or Spotify, but you can't buy
But
it a lot
sometimes
of times.
it's also not on YouTube or Spotify, so you're like, well,
No,